Beneath the earth, in the permafrost andesite, in decommissioned mines, inside bunkers built for war, humanity is burying its most precious assets. From seed vaults in the Arctic to digital archives locked in secret mountain fortresses, the message is clear. We will protect our future underground. But what is really stored down there? And who controls access? Our story begins with a kind of vault that isn't digital at all. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, carved into a remote Arctic mountain on Spitsbergen, Norway. Since opening in 2008, it has become a global backup for crop diversity. Duplicates of seeds from gene banks around the world are stored under permafrost and rock. As of today, it hosts over 1.3 million accessions, representing thousands of plant varieties. In early 2025, the vault accepted over 14,000 new samples, including varieties from Sudan, rice strains from Thailand, and Nordic trees, in response to conflicts, climate pressures, and fears about genetic erosion. Legally and operationally, Svalbard works under a black box model. The depositing gene banks retain ownership, and only they can withdraw their seeds. This model is a powerful metaphor. Store duplicates deep underground, trust minimal access, and assume the long view. The vault sits deep enough that even if its refrigeration fails, heat would creep in slowly. The permafrost and rock act as a natural cold buffer. Still, challenges remain. In 2016, warmer-than-average precipitation seeped into the entrance tunnel, triggering upgrades in 2019. The success of Svalbard has inspired analogous efforts, not just for seeds, but for data and cultural archives. It has already proven its worth. After war damaged the Aleppo gene bank, seeds withdrawn from Svalbard helped restart its collection, a sober proof of concept for resilience. In seeds, we see a blueprint for recovery, the long view made tangible. Just a few kilometers from the Seed Vault lies a similarly ambitious project, the Arctic World Archive. Built in an abandoned coal mine and reaching depths between 150 and 300 meters below ground, it stores cultural, historical, and digital treasures, including all of GitHub's open-source code. The archive is a joint effort between the Norwegian company Pickle and the state-owned coal miner SNSK. In this cold, stable environment, even without power, the ambient temperature remains low, helping preserve data media for centuries. But Svalbard is just one node in a growing global network of subterranean data strongholds. Around the world, decommissioned mines, former military bunkers, and custom-built underground data fortresses are being converted into ultra-secure data centers. Mountain vaults in Switzerland, Sweden, and the UK, many originally built for defense, now host high-stakes digital and physical archives. A recent analysis calls these deep vaults, the new guardians of data, places where physical security, environmental stability, and stealth combine. In Norway, the National Library stores digital copies in underground mountain vaults just south of the Arctic Circle. Some modern bunkers are purpose-built with concrete, thick shielding, and redundant infrastructure to survive radiation, EMPs, or even limited strikes. In short, humanity is treating data as an essential strategic asset, worthy of nuclear-grade protection. To outlast digital decay, AWA writes information as microscopic codes onto special photosensitive film developed by Pikel, a medium engineered to remain readable for centuries. Unlike servers or hard drives, film needs no electricity to preserve data. In principle, light and a magnifying glass suffice for recovery. Within this frozen library, digitized manuscripts share shelves with scientific diagrams and open-source code, a democratic portrait of what we value. It acknowledges that the tools we build are as central to culture as the art we create. Just as permafrost benefits seeds, the cold, dry Arctic stabilizes archival film, a sanctuary far from many political and environmental hotspots. Here, our stories, our art, and our code can rest undisturbed. The idea of subterranean bunkers is not new. Cold War-era complexes like Cheyenne Mountain and Raven Rock Mountain Complex remain active or on standby. Raven Rock, known as Site R, is an underground Pentagon-like facility, providing continuity of government and communications in crises. Cheyenne Mountain still houses military systems and can be sealed against nuclear blast and electromagnetic disruption. In Russia, rumors and open-source intelligence point to a massive subterranean complex under Mount Yamantau, speculated to be a strategic command or storage bunker. While much is speculative, these facilities speak to a long-standing impulse: preserve control, communications, and data, even under existential threat. With the Cold War over, many bunkers were decommissioned, later reborn as high-security data centers combining isolation, resilience, and security. Some, like Swiss Mountain Vaults, offer ultra-secure storage for clients who demand the highest protection. Biometric scanners, guards, and hardened perimeters create sovereign-like perimeters underground. Self-contained power and water help ensure continuity, even when the surface is in turmoil. Rock mass offers stable temperatures that can cut cooling loads, turning yesterday's war rooms into tomorrow's information sanctuaries. One key question: who gets in, and what is hidden down there? In the seed vault model, ownership and withdrawal rights remain with depositors. No one can take another's seed. In the digital vault space, things become murkier. Some archives are public, others strictly private, locked behind NDAs, physical security, and national secrecy. Some facilities offer black box style restrictions. Once in, no one else sees. It is not just bits and bytes. Nations, corporations, and individuals store cultural artifacts and archives, genetic and biological samples, source code, encryption keys, and film and microfilm. Some vaults host emergency infrastructure, backup power, and secure communication nodes. The secrecy around some facilities raises concerns: which governments may have access, who can deposit or withdraw, and how sovereignty is exercised underground. Control of underground vaults is strategic infrastructure. Svalbard is demilitarized by treaty, a hedge against power grabs. But what if a state nationalized a vault or restricted access? What if corporate vaults cross jurisdictions? What if disaster or sabotage renders them inaccessible? Who writes the key? Who locks the door? These decisions shape memory, resilience, and future recovery. The subterranean strategy is not foolproof. Thawing, permafrost, or water infiltration could threaten vaults. Underground tunnels may flood or be compromised by geopolitics or geological shifts. Even in deep vaults, long-term storage needs stable temperature and humidity. Without maintenance, tapes, film, and drives age. EMPs, sabotage, unauthorized access, or insider threats are serious. Vaults become high-value targets because of their importance. If depositors vanish, do we lose the data? Who ensures cryptographic keys, catalogs, and metadata survive? If a controlling state or company changes policy or collapses, assets might become inaccessible. Underground vaults are more than bunkers. They're statements about what we value. That DNA, culture, code, our civilization's memory, is precious enough to entomb beneath rock. But the deeper we go, the more powerful the question looms. Who writes the key? Who locks the door? In the subterranean race to guard knowledge, control may become more important than storage. Like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. If you could store one piece of human heritage in an underground vault, what would it be? And who would you trust to guard it?